Good morning, dear children. How are you all? Hope you enjoyed the weekend. I'm sure you did. Okay, children. I'm sure you understood the previous chapters that we did. Okay, we started with the previous chapter, nouns and kinds of nouns. Some of you requested me to review the chapter, and that's why on the previous day, on Friday, I could not really explain noun the gender properly. So today we shall just do a recap of that seventh chapter, the noun gender. I hope you all are ready with your books. Please open up your book, your grammar book, at page number 28 for the chapter, the noun gender. I've already forwarded you the notes that needs to be done. Okay, the notes that needs to be copied down in your fair copy. I'm forwarding you the notes, keeping in mind that you are too small and many times you make mistakes while preparing notes on your own. So I request you, I request you all to refer to those notes given to you. Remember, all the entire thing needs to be given and needs to be done in your fair copy as well. Is it clear? Okay. And at the end of the PDF that I forward you, I give you the notes or the homework that needs to be done. All the homework that I ask you to do, I clearly mention it that some portion of it needs to be done only in the book, and only certain exercises specifically which I mentioned needs to be done in the copy, right? Some of you really forwarded the notes and completed the work very nicely, but some I guided to redo it or do it more neatly. Remember, children, it's your grammar copy, and grammar copy has to be maintained, has to be done, kept neat and clean. Presentation should be very neat and clean. Moreover, you have to use the cursive writing, the pattern writing. Clear? Time to time, keep a view that you are really practicing good handwriting, cursive handwriting as well. Do I have good number of you at this moment? I'm not seeing many online yet. Please be ready with your work. Today we were supposed to meet. Okay. Should I continue? I still do not see many students online. Fair. The chapter, the noun, seventh chapter of your book, okay, seventh chapter of your English grammar book, page number 28. What do we see in this chapter? The noun. In this chapter, we see that the naming words, it is in connection with the same chapter, noun, what is noun, then kinds of noun we studied. Then after studying the different kinds of noun, we studied also how to identify an affirmative positive sentence, a yes saying sentence, and how to identify a no saying sentence. You remember we did the chapter affirmative and negative. Okay. Then we also learned how to convert the affirmative sentence into negative sentence, and how to convert the negative sentence to affirmative sentence, vice versa. We learned that as well. Then in the previous chapter, we studied the different kinds of noun, and we revised the chapter for the second time on request. Okay, we revised the chapter. Now I suppose it is clear to each one of you how to identify the different kinds of noun, the 5 different kinds of noun. Some of you did the homework also well. I think that you are not simply doing the homework for the sake of completing your work. Please do not do that. When you complete your work, see that you do it with proper understanding. Okay? With proper understanding. Now, since the previous day we could not really complete the work or the chapter properly, I could not explain you, at least I was not satisfied with my explanation of the chapter, the noun gender. Right? So, let us revise it. Gender means anything that identifies whether you are a male or a female, right? Or you fall into that category. You means any inanimate object, means lifeless objects as well. Or there are certain words used as nouns which fall into the category of both masculine and feminine. And when we talk about those types of that gender, we talk about the common gender. While there are certain types of nouns which do not specifically fall either in the masculine gender or the feminine gender. Okay, they fall into the neuter gender. So we shall today concentrate on these type of how to identify a masculine gender, how to identify a feminine gender, how to identify or what are the nouns that fall into the common gender, and then we shall also review what is meant by neuter gender. Okay, so a quick recap. What is a noun? A noun is a naming word. Anything that names a person, a place, an object, or a thing, an object or a thing, it is known as a noun. Now, that person, that place we are talking about, that object we are talking about, or the thing that we are talking about, that noun that we are talking about could be either in the masculine gender, that man, or a woman. Okay, so that is what we are going to study. In English language, there are 4 kinds of genders. Now refer to page number 28 of your book and try to understand it with me as I explain you. Keep your eyes on the book and your ears towards me as well. So in English language, there are 4 kinds of genders: masculine gender, feminine gender, common gender, and neuter gender. Now, a noun that refers to a male is said to be masculine gender. Means anything that determines that an object is a male is known as a masculine gender. For example, when I say man, when I say boy, when I say uncle, when I say cock, when I say peacock, all these fall into, they clearly give us a picture of a man or a male gender. Just in contrast to that, when we talk about a noun that refers to a female, female means a lady, a girl, okay, or anything that talks about, okay, anything that talks about a female is said to be a feminine gender. For example, woman, girl, hen, aunt. Look at the book, you will get the entire detail there. Then tally it with the notes that I have forwarded. I have added certain extra words in my notes to make the things more easy for you. Okay? Now, a noun that refers to either a male or a female is said to be common gender. As when I say parents, could be parents category, means it is a common gender. because it speaks of your mother as well as your father. When I use the term student, student does not specify whether the child is a boy or a girl. It really determines that it is a word that could be commonly used for both boys and girls, those who are students or pupils. Then, teacher. When I speak of this term, teacher, when I use this term, teacher, it determines that the teacher could be a lady or a gentleman, a man or a woman. Okay, so when we use certain words that help us to determine that the person we are talking about is can be of either category, male as well as female. When words are used commonly for these two, it is known as common gender. Then when I say artist, this word is not clearly giving you any clear reference whether the person I'm talking to about, whether the person, the artist I'm talking to or about is a man or a woman. Similarly, when I say a painter could be a boy or a girl, a man or a woman. When I say sportsman, it could be a lady who plays or a man, a boy who plays. So when certain words or terms are used which can really be used for both the gender, both male as well as female, it is known as neuter gender. Then, a noun that refers to a non-living thing. A noun that refers to a non-living thing which is neither male nor female, it is said to be neuter gender. Okay, mostly these are the lifeless things. For example, when I say this rubber is not only, it cannot be called a male or a female, right? It's a lifeless thing. It falls into neuter gender. That means it does not belong to the male category or the female category. When I talk about a book or a pen, this pen does not fall into the male category or female category, but it is a naming word. So it is a noun that falls into the neuter gender. Is it clear? Are you understanding it? Fair. So, water, we cannot live without, but it does not fall into the category of anything. That means whether male or female, right? But because it is a naming word, that's why it is a noun. Similarly, a tree, train, mobile, laptop that you are using or a computer that you are using. Clear? The book, the pen, the pencil. These are all naming words. It really speaks of something. Okay? But they are neither male nor female, but they fall into the neuter gender. I hope now the different kinds of noun as well as in different gender kinds, it is clear to you. May we move further? Now, how to form the feminine of certain nouns. Page number 29 gives you a list of certain words which has been done for us. Okay, page number 29 of your book. Page number 29 of your book gives us an idea of how to form the feminine of these nouns. Right? As I read the book, at this page, you try to understand. Refer to the notes given to you and try to understand more clearly. See, how to? The first way of forming the feminine of the masculine noun gender words. Okay, how do we do it? But it is done by adding ess. Okay, these alphabets are used at the end of the masculine word. Priest. What is the feminine gender of priest? Priestess. Then author, authoress, poet, poetess, hire, heiress, host, hostess, lion, lioness. Now what did we do here? We simply added the words ess at the end of the masculine word. So it was very simple forming feminine gender of these nouns by just adding ess at the end. This was very simple. There was no modification to be done in the main word, the masculine word. Simply to convert it into the feminine gender, we added ess at the end. It's a very simple way. But while adding esses, there are certain words wherein some modifications are made in the masculine word. For example, when I convert the word tiger into the feminine gender, tigress, what did I do? I had to modify slightly the masculine word. Instead of writing tiger, I had to write tigr and then add ess to that. Similarly, actor, actor, masculine gender. While I tried to convert it into the feminine gender, what did I do? I just had to modify the last few words. See, actress. So tor was modified to tre, then ss. Got it? Then similarly, master, 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 the masculine word. When I convert it into the feminine gender, I have to modify slightly the main masculine word. What do I do here? I have to convert it to feminine gender, and to do so, I have to convert the word to mistress. Master changes to mistress. 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 Same thing with hunter. hunter is converted to huntress. tress. huntress. Duke. duke. It is converted to entirely different word, duchess. duchess. So you saw that with certain words, we have to modify the main masculine word a little bit. We have to modify the main masculine word a little bit, and then we can convert it into the feminine gender. Clear? This was the first way by which we could form the feminine of the masculine words. Now let us try to understand the second way through which we can convert the masculine word into feminine word. This is a challenge because in this category, when we convert the masculine word to feminine word, we take an altogether different word for its feminine form. You got to learn all these words which are given in the book. Okay, you got to learn all these words which are given in the book, because this is what you will require. You will find that there are certain new words also which you might be needing it. Considering it that way, I added it in my fair notes. Please do refer to those and learn them as well. Right? Please do learn them as well. See, in this second category, the second method by which you could convert a masculine word into feminine word, what did we do? The first word, I'm reading it out from the book. Masculine is bull. The feminine is cow. A complete conversion. No matches. A completely new word for the feminine gender. Then, second, sir. Refer to page number 29. Those who have joined right now, for them I am saying, refer to page number 29 of your English grammar book. We are revising the second category of the conversion, the ways, the methods of forming the feminine gender out of masculine gender. Sir, it is to convert it into feminine gender, we will get a completely new word, madam. Third, father changes to mother. Cock changes to hen. Just as we do it, peacock, it is a masculine form. Peahen is a feminine form. Then dog, bitch. Husband, wife. Nephew, niece. Drake, duck. Bow, sow. Bow means a male pig. Sow is a female pig. Just because BOAR, but we pronounce it when it is about pronunciation of this word. Okay, we pronounce it as bow. BOR. Only these three words come into being. Okay, bow and sow. Then the third category by which we convert a sentence, a word from masculine to feminine gender. How come is it, children, that there are so few members adding to this group today? Are you still sleeping? Did you miss your first class as well? Then, by changing a word before or after, just now I gave you one example, peacock and peahen. P word was common. So similarly, by changing the word before and after also, we can convert a sentence into the masculine and convert the word from a masculine gender to a feminine gender. See, how do we do it? Just the word which is added before the main word is converted. For example, cock sparrow. Sparrow is a common word used for feminine as well as masculine. The word before sparrow, that is cock, identifies it as a masculine gender, and hen identifies it as a feminine gender. Then bull calf and cow calf. Billy goat and nanny goat. Billy goat, masculine form. Nanny goat, feminine form. All these are given in page number 29 of your book. Then masculine form, boyfriend. Feminine, girlfriend. Masculine, manservant. Feminine, maidservant. Masculine, buck rabbit. Feminine, doe rabbit. Then the feminine of the feminine of certain words, masculine words, are formed by adding a word after the main word. Now turn to page number 30. Now turn to page number 30. The masculine form grandfather, when converted to the feminine form, it becomes grandmother. Now, in this category of the changed words, you will be finding that the first word is common. Okay, the first word is common. The second word is converted to the second. The second word is converted to the feminine form. Then, landlord changes to landlady in its feminine form. Milkman changes to milkmaid. Merman changes to mermaid. Peacock changes to peahen. Washerman changes to washerwoman. Then there are certain exceptions as well in the changes, which we have already seen. Let us review it once again. When the word bridegroom, which is a masculine word, dulha, okay, yeah, in your Hindi you just feel very happy using this word. Masculine, bridegroom. The feminine is bride. Only a portion of the masculine word is used for the feminine. Then fox changes to vixen. Hero changes to heroine. Viceroy changes to vicereine. Widower changes to widow. Widower, fox, hero, bridegroom, these were all masculine words, while bride, vixen, heroine, vicereine, and widow, these are all feminine words. Then English happens to borrow many words from the foreign dictionary as well. Okay, so there are certain commonly used words from those foreign languages in English. So let us be prepared with that as well. How to convert certain words which are basically seen in the foreign language but used in the English language as well. Beau. Okay, it is pronounced as beau. Okay, it is a French word which means a handsome man. And the feminine of beau is belle, though the spelling is Belle. Refer to page number 30 of your book, you will get it. Okay, but it is pronounced as belle, which means in English beautiful girl or woman. Okay, then Tsar. Tsar is a rulers in Russia, and the feminine of Tsar is Tsarina, a Russian ruler's wife, Tsarina. Then executor, and the feminine is executress. Proprietor, proprietress. Signor, signora. Sultan, sultana. Okay, then in page number 31 you get a set of words which are common. Common, that means which are used for masculine and feminine gender as well. Just as we started and I explained you these things: artist, athlete, baby, bird, child, doctor, driver, enemy, foe, friend, lawyer, neighbor, officer, orphan, parent, relation, servant, sheep, sibling, singer, These are all words which are commonly used for masculine as well as feminine gender, so they fall into the common gender category. I hope this revision is going to help you today. Those who haven't seen it, please do see it and learn it. All the things which are given in, all the details which are given in your book need to be learned. And the homework that I am sending you, the PDF folders that I am forwarding you, the entire thing needs to be done in the fair copy for the fair notes. And at the end of every PDF session, I just give in your fair copy. I hope, children, you understood it today. Right? Tomorrow we shall go with the English literature book, reader book. So tomorrow at 9:40 when we meet, we shall do English literature or reader book. Is it clear, all of you? Thank you so much. Please complete your work and learn it. I may give you a test any day I feel like. Right? Bye. Bye, Vita. Have a nice day.